Okay, this is my third attempt to create a video for Rhine X1. Rhine X1 is part of Bandai Solo Chogokin and the 50th anniversary of Mazinger Z, and she comes in a two-pack with Diana A, which is another figure I really like. So I'm going to put Diana A off to the side, and I'm going to attempt to describe the single episode featuring Rhine X1. So Shiro Kabuto, the young brother of Koji Kabuto, who's the pilot of Mazinger X, comes across a girl named Lorelei, and they become friends. He's just kind of wandering around. This is one of the best episodes from the original Mazinger Z series, and they even recreated it in Mazinger Edition Z: The Impact. So it's a good episode, perhaps the best. Lorelei takes young Shiro back to her home, which is basically a castle, and he meets her father, Stroheim Heinrich, who it turns out is a robot maker. And we, as the viewer, discover that that Stroheim has history with Dr. Hell. He worked with Dr. Hell, but he also has history with Juzo Kabuto, who was the grandfather of Shiro Kabuto and Koji Kabuto, and the designer of Mazinger Z. Heinrich has broken off contact with Dr. Hell, but holds a grudge against Jiro Kabuto, because he considers himself a better robot maker than Juzo. So he has created Rhine to destroy Mazinger Z. And Stroheim is a very complex character. He's kind of the villain, but not really. He's just an obsessed robot maker. Baron Ashura comes because she wants to take claim of Rhine X, assuming that Rhine X is a very powerful robot. Her robot, Baron Ashura, gets in a fight with Mazinger Z, with Koji Kabuto, and in the fight, Stroheim is killed. But before he dies, he tells Lorelei that she is not human. She is not his daughter. She is a robot, in fact, and she is a very realistic-looking robot, to the point where Shiro was completely fooled. And Lorelei is good. She is not an evil character at all, but she loves her father, and she wants to honor him by destroying Mazinger Z. So it gets very emotional, because Shiro cares deeply about Lorelei, and the way that Rhine's true power is activated is that Lorelei merges with Rhine X. So you can see this is the face that is on Rhine X, and then when Lorelei merges with Rhine X, it becomes this face. And so these two faces are swappable. The face is removed very easily, actually. They get in a fight. She fights Mazinger Z. Mazinger Z is trying not to destroy Rhine X, and Shiro is understandably distraught because he doesn't want his friend killed. But ultimately, Mazinger Z has no choice and actually destroys Rhine X fairly easily. In the end, Shiro blames Koji for what happened, even though it's never mentioned again in any future episodes. But it's probably, I'd say, arguably the best episode of the first season. So that's probably why they created this character, from a single episode. And it's a great figure. I love the colors. We have various shades of pink, purple, white, maroon. I had to attach the tail here, and it's somewhat flexible in areas. Again, this piece here comes off very easily, and then you can replace it. This is when Lorelei merges with Rhine X1. This is a new figure. It is not a remake. This is GX-108. Now, the screw holes are evidence of an older design, but they are simply repurposing the design of the various female robots, including Diana and Aphrodite and Minerva X. So these joints are all metal. The exterior is all metal. This, I believe, is plastic. This might be plastic. But there's a lot of metal. It's got some good weight. The figure feels super solid. And it's got some really, really good range of motion. So you can see it pretty much folds in on itself. This one, so it looks to me like this whole piece is plastic, and you could kind of see how it's a plate on here. And you have to be careful because you go too far and you're going to smack that fin into the hamstring area. I love these female figures. The reason I use the stand is because they have smaller feet and I worry about them toppling over. But I think the colors are gorgeous. The design is gorgeous. We have some alternate hands. Kind of grabbing hands. Hands that would be used if she's flying. And then we have the instruction manual. Those are all the accessories. She doesn't come with much. Beautiful. That's Lorelei down there. Shows a missile, but there is no... These are just sketches, and I can't read Japanese. There is Stroheim. You could see the scars on his face. He's been through a lot. He's had a tough life. And then it just shows... So there's not much to show. The attachment of the... I guess the whip, or whatever that's called. And then the replacement of the face down there. And how to put the stand together. I didn't really need any of the instructions. It's pretty much easy to figure out, but they are nice instructions. I think that this figure is a winner. I give them high marks, and then, along with Diana A. I bought mine off of Amazon, but last I looked, which was just like an hour ago, it was still available on Big Bad Toy Store. It's a bit more expensive. I think I paid like $170, and I think on Big Bad Toy Store it's like $185. But that's pretty good for getting two figures. You could tell the stand here is just repurposed with a different sticker because it's got space in here for the missiles and the motorcycle, even though she doesn't come with the motorcycle. But I recommend the episode. I've watched the entire first season Mazinger Z again to join in the celebration of the 50th anniversary. But this is pretty much it for the 50th anniversary. There's nothing else planned. You could see on the stickers they show 50th anniversary. And it does not appear that they are doing anything for the 50th anniversary of Great Mazinger, even though I believe this is the year, or perhaps last year. I can't remember if it came out as 73 or 74. The only thing they're doing is they're releasing the Great General of Darkness, although it is not a sold Chogokin and is not in scale. And I wish they'd re-release Venus, because I don't have a Venus figure. So I highly recommend this two-pack. Great figures, love the colors. I think I love pretty much just about everything about them. The only issue I have is that the motorcycle, I couldn't get it to peg in there properly. It was wobbly. So anyway, that's Rhine X1 from Bandai Sola Chogokin along with Diana A.